This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Today we're doing a performance gears take on the best cushioned basketball shoe on the market. Now, having the best cushion is really what separates the men from the boys. So there's a lot of shoe companies out there for basketball. Leaning, Peak, Under Armour is doing it big. Obviously you have Brand Black making a name, but Adidas and Nike are at the top of the game because of the cushioning for big men. You can do court feel however you want to do because that just means usually less cushioning. You can do stuff that's lower to the ground because again you can do a lighter cushioning, but to do something that really absorbs energy and that really gives you a return on energy takes a lot of investment, and that's where Nike comes strong with their Zoom, and that's where Adidas comes strong with their Boost. Now I will give credit to Brand Black. Their new JC3 and their black foam is a hair below where Boost is at and where Nike's at. So for a company that's not as big as the big boys are, they're doing a good job. So consider them a second tier. But we'll get right into what are the top cushioning shoes on the market. Let's get right into it. So for an honorary mention, I wanted to bring up the KD8 with the full length Zoom Air. It's not Zoom Max like the KD9 coming out, and that's going to be boss, and that might be the best big man cushioning or best cushion in the market when that releases in the next few months. But the KD8 is an awesome cushion shoe. Now the reason I wouldn't say it's big man shoe is simply because it does come up here high, where if you have a high instep, which that's talking about the height of your foot, it's very uncomfortable. On top of that, I don't know if you can tell, it actually is fairly narrow, whether you look at it from any angle. So if you have a wide foot, it doesn't fit that well. So wide footers are on people who are big or small, doesn't matter. But that instep, a lot of people do have a higher instep and they think they have a high arch. Two different things. Having high arch, you can use an orthotic. If you have a high instep, there's nothing much you can do about this. And that kind of flows into our next one, the LeBron 13, which has similar issues as far as fitting and materials. Now the reason I did an honorary mention on this is because these right now, because of the KD9, are available on steals anywhere from like $60 to $80, and this was a $180 shoe. So if this fits you, money, grab it. Back to the LeBron 13. This shoe took me probably 6 hours of play to break in before it didn't feel hard as rock. In my mind, that is not acceptable. This is 2016. You have Jordan with Performance Woven. You have Brand Black with their own version of knit and their ballistic mesh which molds perfectly. You have Adidas doing their Prime Knit thing really well. There is no reason to have a shoe this hard and say it's because of support. Now, this is probably the most supportive shoe in the market, and it's actually second most supportive to its team shoe, the LeBron Soldier. Now we're talking about the best cushion at the best big man. So this does outdo the Soldier because it has some huge zoom units in the heel and the meta unit here, but it only has 2 additional units. For all the guys up there, there is literally nothing in the zoom pods right there. On the Elite model, they will fill it in, and on the Elite model they took out all that hard plastic and foam posit, and they're actually making it a lot lighter and adding carbon fiber. So whereas this was a letdown, that 13 Elite, again just like the KD9, is probably going to take that step up as far as one of the best cushioning on the market. So that's number 4. Number 3, and I'm sorry I had to do it, the LeBron 10 is still a hella good shoe. This is 3 years old.
Oh yeah.
But that Zoom Max is money, and honestly until the KD9 comes out in August, Nike hasn't done anything to really up the level on this. They did come out with the Hyperposit 2, so if you guys were lucky enough to grab that on discount, because they went from $225 all the way to like $100, and they've been on eBay for anywhere from $100 to $130. I like this shoe better than the Hyperposit 2 simply because it felt a little bit more supportive, and for whatever reason Hyperposit 2 really hurt my Achilles, and I've had an Achilles rupture, so it was a really weird shoe where I wanted to like it. It just didn't work for me. But you can go with that one or go with this one. You will not be disappointed. This is like running on a trampoline. Now the negative aspects on this shoe is it doesn't really move with you. This thing doesn't flex, but at the same time, if you're looking for cushion, if you have injuries, this is something you can look at. This is something to invest in, even use. This thing's hold up really well. Number 3, your flight plate system. specifically the 30 or the M12 from Jordan. Now the reason where this takes a step up from the 29, everyone tries to say it's the same shoe, they like the 29 better. You know what? On the 30, they released the heel where it's all foam with no plastic covering it. It makes a difference on impact if you're a bigger guy. If you're not going to notice it, so I can understand why a lot of people say, oh, the 29 is better. If it suits you, do you. If you're looking for more cushioning, the 30 does step it up, and the M12 is very similar. Now the 30 is $200, the M12 is $135. And I can guarantee you that M12 is going to be dropping to about $80 very soon because no one buys it, but it's a really good shoe. I will be picking it up. Now, I can't speak to the M12 because I've only tried it on, but I can tell you the cushioning is pretty much exactly the same. The unlock zoom is incredible. Just really feels like it's pushing you off. After my Achilles rupture, the Jordan 28 was one of my first shoes I was able to run in. So the Jordan and the flight plate system always have a special thing in my heart, but the 30 really took it up a notch for 29 when it comes to cushioning. Again, if you're a bigger guy, if you've had injuries, I'll repeat it, your Achilles, your foot, your knee, having additional cushioning is going to help you. Don't be afraid of saying, oh, but I like lighter weight, I like having closer to the ground. Take care of your body, get a shoe that has additional cushioning when you need it. And that takes us to number 1. The D-Rose 6. What's the old American saying? There's no replacement for displacement. This thing just has a hell of a lot of cushioning. The boost on this is ridiculous. It is, by most accounts, too much cushioning. That's what a lot of negativity come at it, where you know what, I have no court feel or it's too bouncy. You know when I wear these? After I do squats, on a recovery day. If my knee is hurting me, I put these on. They are incredible. And I can say the same thing to any of you guys doing any recovery out there. If you had a hard workout one day, the next day, having these in your bag is going to help your body. You're going to appreciate it. So whether you think it's too much cushioning or too much support, the things back here actually lock all the way, come around, really pull you back into the shoe. This thing is overkill on a variety of ways, and it's supposed to be for D-Rose a guard, but with all the injuries he's had, this thing is definitely a big man shoe with big man cushioning, but we're sticking to cushioning. This is the top cushioning on the market. Now again, if you're not in the market right now, that KD9 may be topping it with the Zoom Max. But what's nice about the D-Rose 6, and I'll throw it down again, this is a $140 shoe. I got mine for $60 at the outlet. You can get an amazing shoe at a really cheap price, and this is the best cushioning on the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If I missed anything, throw me some comments. I always learn something new. There's a lot of brands out there that maybe I haven't tried or I haven't recognized, but I am a bigger guy. I'm 5'10", 245, so I do play like a guard, but those big man shoes and with injuries, I do appreciate and use the cushion when needed. So I will have the links to a lot of these deals in the description. Check those down below. This is Levi with Sneaker Gears. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Please like, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. We'll come at you later.